so much for staying with us. Taking a live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. A quiet night across the region. A bit of cloudiness up in northern Minnesota and some high, thin cirrus clouds streaming through parts of the region, but all in all, generally quiet. It was a very nice day after topping out in the low 50s here in Fargo. We've cooled down into the upper 30s. Feels more like 31, though, with winds up west and northwest at 14 miles per hour. A couple degrees cooler in Moorhead with a current temperature of 37. Elsewhere across the region, 25 up in Cavalier, 28 in Roseau, 29 Baudette, 35 in Bemidji. Some colder air filtering its way on in. The bulk of that will stay in northern Minnesota, but we'll get a glancing blow of that across much of the region. Winds still out of the west and the northwest, but northerly winds bringing in that colder air. Those winds on the breezy side for the next few hours becoming very light as we head towards tomorrow morning. Wind chills as cold as 19 in Thief River Falls, 16 in Roseau and Baudette, 24 Bemidji, 29 in the Wadena area. I mentioned the low clouds. There they are. Some higher clouds making their way through the region here, and some mid-level clouds. Those will continue to slide off toward the southeast. The low clouds are going to hang tough for a while before breaking apart later on tonight, early tomorrow morning. Underneath those clouds, no precipitation showing on radar, but would not be surprised if a few flurries were reaching the ground up in northern portions of Minnesota. Northern plains, quiet. Off towards the east, a few flurries showers making their way through the Iron Range of Minnesota. The showers that we had this morning, those have raced all the way to the east, now making their way through Lake Michigan and western portions of Michigan. Also a few showers down in southern Missouri, some rain off the southeastern U.S. coast, and a few showers also streaking out from Denver into parts of Kansas, and just a touch of rain along the west coast. For us, overnight tonight, again, that colder air really makes its way on into northern Minnesota. We see overnight lows last night 30s and 40s. We're going to get down into the teens up in northern portions of Minnesota, mainly in the 20s elsewhere across the region. Light northerly winds tomorrow become southerly in the afternoon, and that will allow our southwestern counties to warm up to the low 40s, 30s in between the 20s up in the northern portion of Minnesota. So a cold day up here, mild day down here, and cool in between. Here in Fargo, we're going to start off on a chillier note. 27 degrees to start off your Saturday. By lunchtime, only warming up into the low 30s, and by the end of the day, topping out in the upper 30s, and that's still 5 to 7 degrees above where we should be at this time of year. Picture of the day, this from this morning, a double November rainbow in New York Mills. Thanks so much to Lynn for sending that in. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. 38 Saturday, mid-40s Sunday. How about 50 on Monday ahead of a cool front that gives us some late-day rain showers, possibly ending as a few snowflakes late Monday and early Tuesday. But behind that system, we stay mild, low to mid-40s for the rest of the week.
Let's stay mild.
We'll do it right through next July.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
You got it.